Hello guys, welcome to my channel. We have some extraordinary news. Hoyoverse recently posted a dev talk video, dev face-to-face, where they talk about upcoming optimizations and also plan for future optimizations. They are replacing TV mode for main story and also future storylines and lots of other amazing things. I'll go over all of them within this video. The original video of the dev talk, I believe it's over 30 minutes. I will react to the entire video on my live stream. I stream every single day on Twitch/YouTube. Feel free to check me out if you like to do so. So without any more delay, let's begin. Do note that some of these upcoming optimizations, they already have talked about it on the live stream, but there's plenty of new stuff as well. Let's begin with the first point. We will have an agent control function. We'll be able to control Bernice or Caesar and between the two proxies, Weiss and Bell. And in 1.4 version, we'll be able to play as any contracted agent, means the character that you pulled, that you own, in most non-combat environments. Do know that they say specifically most non-combat environments. That means that there might be still some areas you might not be able to do so. Second point that we already know of, they will add a ferry auto-explore mode. In this mode, anything that you missed out, your AI will pick it up for you, ferry that is. Third one, they will add a backup battery charge system. We already know of this one. It's going to be pretty much the same as Honkai Star Rail. The charge will go up to 2,400 points. Fourth point, they will add Blitz Operation Mode to Holo Zero. This is already something we're aware from the live stream. Basically, we'll have no TV board exploration. You will just do fights back to back to do your weekly bounty commissions. This is very good, very time efficient, because the TV board can be quite time consuming when you're trying to do your weeklies. Fifth point, they will add new ways to obtain Notorious Hunt materials. This is new information that was not available in the live stream, and now we have official confirmation about it. Once the weekly reward limit is reached, proxies can spend battery charge to obtain more materials. Meanwhile, selectable core skill material chests will be available at Outpost Logistic Shop, where proxies can exchange for materials needed. So now we'll have more ways to farm core skill materials to be able to level them up, because the old system was very painful, where you could only get 3 per week. Now we'll be able to get it more, but it is going to cost stamina. Also, the selectable core skill material chest from the Outpost Logistic Shop, that might be purchasable perhaps with Z merits and that type of currency from Holo Zero / also Shield Defense currency. We shall see about that one. Sixth point, in the upcoming version 1.2 main story and important future storylines, the TV mode will be replaced with story stages as the major means of experience. This optimization will also be implemented in the main stories in future versions. So from now on, there is no more TV mode for main story whatsoever. This is so much better because the TV board was really immersion breaking. Now we'll get to experience as the character moving throughout the stages. This is something I've been talking about even before the game came out, that it should have been like that from the get-go. Finally, we have it. It's great. Perhaps less people will now skip the story because it might be more immersive and interesting than before. They also talked about future plans for redesigning the early main story flow and some commissions. So they're basically going to improve early game experience. And now with these future changes, the beginner experience is only going to get better because the beginner experience was really poor. Now let's talk about plans for future optimizations. There are several points they have made within the video. First point, they're currently exploring optimization options regarding the shared decibels when agents use ultimate skills in combat. Basically, they're considering of potentially having each agent their own separate ultimates, which would be very nice because at the moment there are plenty of characters you don't even get to use the ultimates because you're gonna most of the time prioritize using attacker / anomaly ultimates and completely disregarding stun units, defense units, ultimates, and so on. They also plan to optimize the logic of the enemy lock-on function and also add more type of enemies with more varied combat animations. This was already kinda a given. They would obviously give new enemies with more varied combat animations. The most important part of this is that they're willing to optimize the enemy lock-on experience, so you'll be able to have a better time with your Zoo you want to actually aim with her attacks on enemies, because right now it can be very messy and this could be actually a very big buff for Zuyuan, so she can actually properly hit the enemies. Because many times the enemies are not stunned, she can easily miss her shots, so that's very good. Second point, new modes in Holo Zero are currently under development. They will focus on combat diversity by introducing new changes to combat mechanics. We'll also add more enjoyable quote-unquote TV mode gameplay. So yes, they still do plan to have TV mode gameplay somewhere and make it more enjoyable, but the TV mode is not going to be present in the main story whatsoever. It seems they just want to keep it in Holo Zero and most likely events, and that's about it. I would say that these new Holo Zero modes are probably going to be something like Honkai Star Rail, Swarm Disaster, Gears and Gold, that type of stuff if you played or play Honkai Star Rail. As for third point, more battle rank criteria will be added. Some combat stages will introduce new challenge targets beyond time limits. This is also a very interesting thing because usually they like to push, especially in Genshin, a lot of time-based challenges like Spiral Abyss and so on. But here they have focus where they also want to provide you challenges that it's not just behind a time limit, and I'm very curious how this is gonna end up being. Fourth point, an agent company mode will be added. You'll be able to hang out with your favorite agents in the city and interact with them. Think of it something like Teapot in Genshin, where you put the characters in there, except here you're gonna put them in the city. They will also continuously improve the models for some agents like Hoshimi Miyabi. Apparently some people were saying that she looks weird, like the gap between her eyes or something like that from my understanding, and they're looking to update her model. I do wonder how she's gonna end up looking, which is very interesting because usually they don't make such changes to characters that were already shown in the game, which is a new one. But in Zenless Zone Zero, there's a lot of first things they never done in their previous games, so that's very nice to see. And last point, a client resource management function will be added. You'll be able to reduce the package size by managing the game resources. This is really good for mobile users, of course, with limited storage spaces. So overall, with all of these optimizations that we're getting already in 1.2 patch, and also for future optimizations, the future of the game is only getting better and better, and I can't wait for that multiplayer battle mode that they have already said in an interview prior to the game release. I also would like to hear more about that one. Hopefully we get some information of that multiplayer battle mode anytime soon. And yeah, they basically cooked. You might be thinking devs listened is a meme, but they actually take the feedback and they're doing something. I guess they do something like this to some extent in Honkai Star Rail, but this is much more than just a community post on HoYoLab. This is an entire 30+ minute video with a lot of things being talked about. I'm very excited and I can't wait to see how Miyabi is gonna end up looking like. So yeah, I guess this is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I wish you a wonderful day and see you in the next video.